It's really very simple. All you have to do is place a crystal into a glass or bottle of water for an extended amount of time before consuming. Usually it's recommended that you wait 24 hours before drinking the water, but even several hours will yield slight changes in the water, especially if you meditate with the water. You can also leave the water out in the moonlight or sunlight for a day before consuming while the crystals are in the water. If you really want to get creative, try mixing and matching crystals in the water. For one day you could put in an amethyst, and the next you could put in citrine. This actually goes to the phenomenon of water that researcher Masaru Emoto had been studying and researching for a very long time. The phenomenon in which water that had been blessed froze into beautiful crystals, and the water that was projected negatively onto froze into gross or ugly crystals. Now, we have an entire lesson about water coming soon, because I know a lot of people want to discuss that, so in the meantime, we won't be going into this at this time. The reason I bring this up though, is that this does grant you an opportunity to try this for yourself. I highly recommend placing several crystals in water and letting them sit for 24 hours. You can also place a plain glass next to it. If you want to, meditate with the crystal water and project love and health into the water. Then, drink the water and compare the difference yourself. I have done this many times and I can always feel the difference. And from the people I've talked to who have done this as well, most people do. In my experiences, this rejuvenated water is smoother and cleaner than it is when you first pour it. So putting crystals into your drinking water is a very good way of keeping your body hydrated with some living, healthy water. Crystal grids. Many of you may have seen the YouTube video Spirit Quest 10.5. In this video, Jordan demonstrates how to make a crystal grid around your house.
Hey, welcome back. Happy New Year to everyone. I hope that you had a nice, happy holiday season, all of that good stuff. And it's good to be back here on Expansion Pack. I'm your host, welcome, Dan F. Man, and we gonna build this thing back up for a brand new year. Now, I started this at, let's just say, the middle of the year last year. So, by the time we get back to June, that will be a year for me on this thing. So, let's make this the start of, well, the middle of, but the start of a new great year. So, Mindful Mondays, once again, we back. Let me get the topic pulled up. We just getting back, that's all. Not giving back, but getting back. We getting back right. You feel me? So, let's go ahead and get this thing started. Let's get us a couple quick and easy videos to watch to get us motivated, first and foremost. Alright, make sure I got my chat and all my comments pulled up. Alright, let's go. Something easy. Motivation for Monday. Let's go. You know I gotta get the filters on. Let's see what they talking about.
Big ideas.
We are a few days away from 2017, and there's one thing we all have in common in 2017, regardless of your age, height, education, talent, doesn't matter. We all have 52 weeks in 2017, just like there's 52 cards in a deck of cards. Now, the one thing about a deck of cards is very simple. If you look at a deck of cards, you got different colors, diamonds, clubs, hearts, spades, and you have two jokers here. In life, if you consider numbers, anything between 2 and 8 is a setback. If you look at 9 and up, is a victory. But an ace is a massive victory. And joker, let's just say, it just represents luck. You getting lucky, which there's nothing wrong with that. You see, if I take this right here, and I shuffle this deck here, and I constantly go through a couple shuffles, I don't know what cards are going to come. We're doing this live. Nothing about this is being cut, edited, anything like that. We have 52 cards and 2 jokers. Sometimes when you're running a business, you're not getting lucky, bad things are happening to you. You're saying, oh my gosh, this was terrible, this was too difficult, this was too tough. But here's the deal. I don't know what's the next card. This represents first week, let's just say. Week 1, this is my first week card. What is it? I got a 9. Decent sale, let's just say. This is second week, I got a 5. Setback, canceled. Next card, 3, terrible. Dang. 2 clients canceled. Next week, 10. I had 2 big sales. Next week's 2, terrible week. Next week, Jack, good week. Next week, 3, bad week. Next week, ace, a massive sale, a massive victory, a massive opportunity just came my way. But because I went through 7, 8 cards, I got my ace. You know what happens with most people? This is the problem with most people. Most people give up right after a 3, right after another 3 or 2, they just say, oh, this thing's not working for me. That's wrong. The ace is around the corner for you if you keep going through it. Next
Yes,
card,
sir.
2. Next card, king. Next card, queen. Next card, king.
Yeah, look
Next
at
card,
that.
joker. I just got lucky. I just got lucky. See, if you can hang tight for 52 weeks in 2017.
Yes, sir. That's my boy.
And you go hardcore every single week for the entire year of 52 weeks, 2017, you're pretty much guaranteed to get 4 aces and get lucky twice if you do your part right. My challenge to you in 2017, start strong from the beginning.
Yes, sir.
And don't put your head up. Just keep your head down and work till the 52nd week comes. I promise you, you're going to have several big victories to be excited about on December 31st of the following year of 2017.
Yes, sir. That's my boy. All right, yeah, y'all see we up and running. We up and running. Fresh motivation for y'all. Let's go. Let's see what she talking about.
I'm done spending an obscene amount of money on takeout every done.
I'm getting back on track with.
Quick and sub his channel.
Remember the old here in my garage? Well, the new garage is down here. This is a different house. There's a 20-car garage down there. But more important than the here in my garage was it started.
All right, there we go.
Girls is players too.
See what she talking
Money
about.
all around the world, 'cause girls is players too.
It's currently Monday and I'm really excited to make this video for you guys because I just feel like everybody sleeps on Mondays and it's definitely the most dreaded day of the week. And that's kind of sad because it's like so many people don't want to start the week, but if you think about it, you're almost wasting your life away like that because you're not being present in the moment and enjoying every single day. And I know everybody's situation is different, but I just feel like it's important to really enjoy every single day of your life, whether that's a Monday or a Wednesday or a Friday or a Saturday, because at the end of the day, the days of the week, like the names of the week, they're just made up. It's not actually real. Like today's Monday, but it's just like any other day. And I especially like Mondays because I have the whole entire week ahead of me to accomplish what I want to accomplish, to get things done, and it just feels really good to have this whole blank slate ahead of me. That's kind of how I look at it, rather than dreading having the whole work week ahead of me. And I even would do this when I worked a job that I did not like. But your mindset is everything, and having a good mindset going into the week would make it much more enjoyable rather than me dreading it so much. And also it feels really good to get back into my routine from the weekend, because I'm the type of person who on the weekend I like to do absolutely nothing. It's fun to go out once in a while in the evening, but in terms of like waking up on the weekend, I like to just let my body sleep in until whenever I want. I like to lay in bed until whenever I want. So I'm very lenient with myself on my days off. So it really feels good. On a Monday, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get back into my routine, gonna get back into doing the things that make me really feel good. So that's something that I really look forward to, is that I curated a routine for myself that I actually really enjoy doing every single morning. And so on a Sunday night, I actually look forward to waking up and doing that routine. So I feel like that's also a vital part in it, is curating a routine that you really love doing. I'm just gonna ice roll my face, and then I just boiled the water. So we're gonna go make our bone broth and then do the rest
Y'all
of
in this bone
routine.
broth. What's up with this
Monday,
bone
bitches.
broth? Let's see what else she did.
You're waking up, it's the same exact thing as waking up on a Saturday in terms of like, it's a brand new day, you know? And so if you think of it like that, it's a lot easier to want to enjoy your day. This is the Pillow Talk Push-Up Lashes by Charlotte Tilbury. This mascara, it keeps my lashes so separated. And I thought that that was a me problem, that my lashes just clump together. But then when I tried this mascara, I'm like, holy shit, like, it's not a me problem. I've kind of just registered in my brain that like life is a video game. It just makes things a lot more fun in terms of like,
right, that's my girl.
Everything is about your mindset, you guys, and that is what I have learned through my life experience so far. Your mindset is key to literally everything. I really want to get another keratin treatment done to my hair, because the last one that I got was so long ago. It was like right before the summer, so it's been like more than half a year. But I really want to get one because it actually like changed my life.
I don't want to hear about your hair.
I'm definitely gonna get one again soon. I have it on paper. So I've been going back to doing my paper to-do lists every day, but in terms of like my content planning, I still do all that like on Notion electronically just because it's easy to move things around and I really like it. I want to get like an official to-do list. This is just like in the meantime, but I want to get like a cute little notepad for it. But anyways, that's just one thing that I've been loving doing, is making my to-do list physical instead of on the computer. It is later now and I'm just about to make an apple crumble because I have a good recipe that I want to show you guys. 325. There we go.
I got some apples right there. And, oh, I don't like the nuts. That's with the nuts. But I guess you can't have a crumble without having something that crumbles.
Here is how it turned out. Now I'm just gonna throw it in the oven for I think 40 minutes and then it should be perfectly cooked. Yeah, it's honestly so easy to make and it's so healthy and I'm just obsessed. So I'm just gonna quickly throw this in the oven because it's already preheated because we did it before we started to make it. Yeah, it's so freaking good. 10 out of 10 recommends. Okay. I'm just waiting for the crumble to cook and I'm watching Love Island. It has been my comfort show for so long now. I got really into Love.
Alright, that's good for her.
It's a beautiful motherfucking day to be alive.
That's what's up.
God gave you another.
That's what's up.
Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. The tragedy in life doesn't lie in not reaching your goal. The tragedy lies in having no goal to reach.
Hey, what's
Life
up?
offers you so many
67,
doors. It is up to you which to open and which one to close.
We getting back right. We starting up again.
The man who has confidence in himself gains the confidence of others. You can't choose up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. The man who has confidence in himself gains the confidence of others. You can't choose up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. Life offers so many great choices. All you have to do is to see them. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. Everything you want is on the other side of fear.
Exactly.
The first step toward success is taken when you refuse to be a captive of the environment in which you first find yourself. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my winning shot games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed. If you are offered a seat on a rocket ship, don't ask what seat. Just get on. If opportunity doesn't knock, build a door.
Yes, sir.
If opportunity get on. If opportunity doesn't knock, build a door. The more you talk about negative things in your life, the more you call them in. Speak victory, not defeat.
Yes, sir. That's what I be trying to say.
I have learned over the years that when one's mind is made up, this diminishes fear. Work to become, not to acquire.
Right. Woo!
The future depends on what
We on
to
fire now.
acquire. Work to become, not to acquire.
Yes. Work to become, not to acquire.
The future depends on what you do today. Trees that are slow to grow bear the best fruit. How wonderful it is that nobody need wait a single moment before starting to improve the world.
Right.
Build your own dreams, or someone else will hire you to build theirs. Do you want to know who you are? Don't ask, act. Action will delineate and define you. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing.
Yes.
Start by doing what is necessary, then what is possible, and suddenly you are doing the impossible. Don't be afraid of enemies who attack you. Be afraid of the friends who flatter you. It's Monday. Time to motivate and make dreams and goals happen.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Hey, I hope y'all enjoyed that one. Let me talk for a couple seconds. Game time. I hope y'all liked that one, because I did. Just the Maya Angelou one. You can never use up all your creativity. You just get more. That one, that's deep. All of those are deep. All of those should have taken you to a level that I want you to be on, whereas you ready to get out here, ready to do some stuff, even if it seems like the things that you have to do are impossible. We just had the formula for doing the impossible spoken to us. Also, let me go to my other scene real quick while I talk. Also, if you speak, hey, what's good, brother Reed? What's good? Good to have you in here, bruh. So, and we speaking nothing but motivation, nothing but positivity up in here. So, if you speak positivity into your situation, circumstance, into your life, whatever it is, you get positivity back. The reason why that works is it's your mood that dictates your experience. So, let me say this. Something happens to you that is making your mood is down now. Everything is going to be down. And sometimes it's not okay to be in that mood, but sometimes it is okay to be in that mood and keep things down, because that's going to be for your protection. But then the moment you want to switch that, you can switch it. You just switch it. You say, hey, I'm not going to feel like this anymore. I'm going to feel like this. It's all dependent upon you. Now, you can look at it and say, well, my circumstance is this and the situation is that. Well, those will still be what they are. But the moment you narrow it down and say, hey, I'm going to be like this, that's when the whole situation changes. So, back to what we was looking at. That's some good talk right there. They got us started. Let's see if my man's got anything good to say.
Listen, man, you guys gotta stop with this. All of that shit.
You can't.
I tell you here, and I tell you now. You want to be
cuss.
successful? You want to go hard? You want to be the best? You gotta work for it, man. None of that pussy shit. None of that nonsense.
I don't want you to cuss
You
on
want to
him.
get up? You gotta.
Don't cuss on him, bro. You ain't got to cuss on him. I don't want to read.
Which is better for attracting more money
Let's
and
see what you're
abundance? The law of attraction or manifestation? Well, according to science, the answer is something completely different. The key lies hidden in our subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is where all our beliefs, habits, emotions, and memories are stored. And if you have any negative or limiting beliefs about money or abundance, they'll actually block you from receiving the wealth, the prosperity, the happiness you desire. But rest assured, there's a solution to this, and it's easier than you think. And I'm going to share that with you here in just a second. But first, let me introduce myself in case we haven't met. Hi, I'm Mary Morrissey, and I'm the founder of Brave Thinking Institute. I've been studying, teaching, and coaching in the fields of abundance, transformation, success for nearly 50 years. I've helped thousands of people like yourself overcome their limiting subconscious beliefs, rewire their brains for greater abundance, and create amazing results in their life. I'd love to help you too. So in order to overcome these negative limiting beliefs about money, you want to identify the exact internal limiting thought patterns that are holding you back. And then you want to break free from these limiting thought patterns by installing new and expansive thought patterns that will actually raise your vibration, shift your awareness, and attract the financial flow, joy, abundance that you desire. And this is exactly what I'm going to teach you how to do in just a moment. Because I believe that abundance is what life wants to express into and through all of us. Life is abundant, and you deserve to manifest the type of abundance that you want in your life. And whether that's greater financial success or more time freedom to go on vacations, more vibrant health, the ability to help your loved ones financially, whatever it is. And that's why I'm inviting you to join me in my free masterclass where you and I are going to spend some dedicated time and we'll work on this together. And I'm going to reveal 3 of the most sabotaging subconscious blocks that will keep...
You should have revealed them because I ain't watching no more. All right.
Are you a gazelle? Or are you a lion? Let me tell you the difference between a gazelle and a lion. When the gazelle wakes up, it runs. But if a lion ain't chasing it, it stops running. But when the lion wakes up, it don't need nobody to push it. It pushes itself right because he realizes that if he does not catch that gazelle, not only him, but his family don't eat. What are you playing this game for? What's your passion? What's your drive? What's your purpose?
Yes, sir.
What's your purpose for playing
this game? Hey, I'm going to run that back on y'all.
Are you a gazelle? Or are you a lion? Let me tell you the difference between a gazelle and a lion. When the gazelle wakes up, it runs. But if a lion ain't chasing it, it stops running. But when the lion wakes up, it don't need nobody to push it. It pushes itself. Why? Because he realizes that if he does not catch that gazelle, not only him, but his family don't eat. What are you playing this game for? What's your passion? What's your drive? What's your purpose? What's your purpose for playing this game?
Yes, sir.
No alarm clock needed. My passion wakes me up.
Yes, sir.
My drive wakes me up.
Go.
My determination wakes me up. My ability to be, do, and have whatever I want, it wakes me up. What wakes you up? What drives you? Why are you playing this game?
Go.
Is it just a game? Or do you eat it? Do you sleep it? Do you drink it? Have you possessed the game? When you are a lion, it does not make a difference. You realize that if your family is going to eat, that if that pack of lions is to survive, you will have an average experience. You a student, I need you in lion mode. You an entrepreneur, I need you in lion mode.
Sir.
You trying to lose weight, lion mode. You can't do nothing significant in gazelle mode. Nothing impressive happens in gazelle mode. Nothing happens in run mode, give up mode, quit mode, scared mode, fearful mode. Nothing happens. Everything happened in lion mode like I'm coming to get you. A part of being a beast just ain't eating a gazelle. A part of being a beast is the hunts. It's the hunt that they're excited about. They like to see the gazelles run. Then boom, they take off. Because real lions like to hunt. They love the process just as much as they love the prize. And some of y'all just want to score. You don't like the process. You're not in love with the process. A true hunter's goal is not the prize. A true hunter's goal is to hunt. That's what they live for. They live to hunt. They don't just live to catch it. It's the whole process. I'm like the lion. I'm not the gazelle. I don't need something external to motivate me. I find something within.
Yes, sir.
When you are a true hunter, you don't go by time. You go by the gazelle. When you are a true hunter, you hunt until you get a gazelle, and you don't stop until you get one. And then you get another, and then you get another, and you get another. Keep playing the game.
Yes, sir.
Keep grinding.
Run it up.
Keep working. Look at your belief system every single day and stick with it. Don't rush the process. Trust the process. Don't rush the process. Trust the process. From this day forward, I will give 120% or nothing at all. When you want something bad, you can't count the cost. Because if you count the cost and you see how much it costs, you might quit. You might give up. So you gotta go in knowing that I don't count the cost. I do as many push-ups as it takes, as many reps as it takes. I study as long as it takes. I pay whatever the price is. Why? Because if I start counting the cost, I might quit. I might give up. I might surrender. Don't count the cost. You get to a point when you don't count it. You just do whatever it takes to get whatever you want. Winners win and losers lose. And if you create a culture of losing, if you keep being a victim, if you keep letting losing happen to you, if you keep letting people do you and treat you any kind of way, it's going to become a culture.
You got to give up that mediocre part of you. You got to give up this common thinking you've got, telling you can't do this, that you can't have this, that it's not possible for you. You got to give that up. You got to trust yourself. You got to know you came here with the stuff in you. You are a winner. You were born to win. It is your right to win. It is your right to have your dream. You don't get this stuff. You don't get these ideas unless you also have the capacity to make it happen.
Use your gift and become stronger, become better, become faster, become smarter, become more productive. And you know what? You will build a life that says I told you so, without having to say a fucking word.
Yes, sir. That's my guys. Hey, look. If y'all ain't boosted up off of that talk right there for a Monday, I don't know what to tell you. You understand what I'm saying? I'm on fire. I'm about to win this whole game session over here off of that talk. Listen, be in lion mode like he said. Go out there and do what it is that you said you wanted to do, because ain't nobody else gonna do it. Stop thinking that the game on 2 players. Game ain't on 2 players, boy. This game ain't on 2 players, boy. Game on 1 player. And guess what? It's me, you, and everybody else on 1 player. And it ain't nobody else coming in here to play the game for us. We got to get in here and we got to do it ourselves. So, with that being said, what it is that you want to do? That's your passion. That's your drive. That's the thing that's going to keep you going tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Don't take somebody else what somebody else doing and say, hey, that's my passion too, so I'm going to do it like they doing. Nope. You got to take your passion, do it like you doing, and that's what's going to drive you the most. You can't drive somebody else's car without being in it. Yeah, you can get in a car for a little while. You can drive it. You can do everything. But it's still their car, and they coming back to get it. So drive yours. Take your motivation and your passion and whatever it is you want to do. You want to dig holes. You probably just want to dig holes, get through the day till tomorrow. Do it. Because if you don't do that, then you're going to be doing what somebody else wants you to do. It's going to feel weird. It's going to feel awkward. You're going to hate it. It's always going to drive you not to do. Not to do, but not to do. Let's keep it pushing. Let's look up some passions. Creative. Using creative passion. Let's see what they got for us on that. I ain't gonna put on no filter for that.
I made the mistake of thinking that it was like a before and after thing. Like I would like reach a point and then you're like done struggling.
I mean, my dad used to tell me the same thing. He'd be like, you gotta have a plan B. And I'd be like, well, if I have a plan B, I'm not gonna try that hard.
So I wanted to make this video because I've had a bunch of people via email and in the comments asking me to make some work about how we can balance the creative projects that we want to spend time pushing forwards with our full-time jobs or the bunch of other responsibilities that we might have.
The only thing about not having like a real job that's kind of weird is that when there's no real structure imposed on you, then things that you really like to do aren't quite so precious.
One of the main things that I try to target in my videos is the frustration that we can experience quite easily as people who want to push forward with those creative projects around that basic situation of having these things that you want to do and feeling like you can't find the time to do them, or that there's always something else in the way of getting on that path that you know you need to get on.
I think my whole thing around reading has always been to feel as little shame as I can about it. This is a world that is just constantly sells us on being ashamed, and it's constantly selling us on being ashamed so it can sell us on something.
The reality, I think, of this feeling of frustration or lack of time or opportunities going wasted, it is actually a complex one, and it involves real limitations, obviously, but also the kind of toxic messaging that comes in from the culture around us. And what I hope is that there's some opportunity for powerful reframing that we can do that can help to remove the kind of frustration and negative feelings we have around this stuff, and leave us with real strategies to move forward and just feel more satisfied and accomplished with what we're trying to do here.
I'm not saying I've got anything against career novelists, people who are just doing it for the money. I'm just not interested in them. I don't like those people who have found one thing that they're good at and have decided, all right, people like this, this is making me money, I think I'll do this, or variations on it for the rest of my life.
Are we surprised that a reactive, acquisitive, competitive, hierarchical delivery system is selling us a message that is competitive, hierarchical, and atomizing?
Today we're going to look at this topic through the artist interviews, and also at the back end bring in some comments from the audience of my previous video around a similar kind of topic, where I asked if people had any ideas about how they manage their time or deal with this balance that we're talking about today. A quick message now from our sponsor and long-time friend of the channel, which is Skillshare. If you followed this channel recently, you'll see that I'm trying to start to bring some live mix.
So, the one thing that he brought up that I really like just now is the fact that we try to balance that passion with that full-time job or family life, or just take me sitting here, doing this show and gaming at the same time. We try to balance that, but sometimes it ain't as easy as they say, as you would think, and you can lose yourself in that. And like he said, it's real limitations. These ain't something that you're making up. These are real limitations on your life, to whereas by the time you get into your passion and your drive, you have some of these limitations, like, all right, I need money, I need a car, I need a place to live, I have to take care of my kids. And let's face it, we done had this conversation before in the past about how you sacrifice your time, what you really want to do in life, for making money and taking care of your family. But if I'm to feed off of our first video of the day, our first real video that set me off, if I'm to feed off of that, I'm gonna have to say that. Hold on, right quick. I'm trying to score. If I'm gonna feed off of that, I would have to say you have to be a lion. Now, does a lion have limitations? Yeah. The temperature of the day, I don't know, whatever the limitations of the lion getting his food is. But it has to get it. So, immovable object, unstoppable force. I gotta get it. And you have to get what it is that you're seeking, whether it be the money for your kids to eat, or if it's just you having some fun to make some money on the side. So I just wanted to stop the video right there and talk on that, as opposed to just keep on watching it. All right, we're gonna go on a little bit deeper.
Today I'm using Upwork to hire a WordPress developer. I'm going to try using Upwork AI. It's great that you can just write a couple of sentences and they create the rest of the job description. We went from no...
Really don't want to put nothing.
If you want to live in a creative way, which will benefit everything in your life, be it better
person in your family, be a better,
Thought it was Joe Rogan.
if you're starting a new business, do a better job of starting a new business. It's all the same. You know, I don't really know anything about music. It's more a way of looking at the world and wanting it to be the best it could possibly be, and doing whatever it takes to be the best it could possibly be, and being true to knowing that no one else knows. You know, I'm not saying I know, but that everyone's idea is as valuable as mine. You know, we're all creators. From the beginning, I never thought any of the things that I'm doing were possible or realistic, and I just did things out of the love of them, thinking I would have real jobs, and, you know, like the thing that my passion would be my hobby, and I'd have a job to support my hobby.
Yeah.
And it just magically turned out different than that without me knowing it was possible. The stars line up at certain times for certain things to happen, and they happen. And sometimes you can make something great and it doesn't connect for whatever reason. I found this out from making a lot of stuff. Like sometimes you make two things that you think are the two best things you ever made, and one of them connects with the world and one of them doesn't. And it might not have anything to do with what's in the art. It might have to do with, oh, it came out the same day as this other thing came out, and that got in the way, or there was a bigger story at the time, or there was some other, who knows, or it's not the it's not in the cards for that person to have that success. It's like there's so much to it that we don't understand.
Yeah.
All we can do is make something good and put it out and hope for the best, and that's all there is. We never know why things. Why does something work? Even if you make a piece of art, you might, and it works, you may not know why. It's like there are a lot of talented people who never make it because they don't have the work ethic to make it. It's not just talent. Like, talent's a piece.
Yeah.
And you could argue for some people the work ethic trumps the talent, you know? Having worked with a lot of bands, I see that there's often this friction where, and I'm sure you've seen it in a writing room for comedy, where people are trying to get their idea in.
Yeah.
That's not a collaboration.
No.
It's something else. A real collaboration is when everyone who's there is working together towards whatever is the best thing for the whole thing.
Yeah.
And whether it's your idea or someone else's idea, it doesn't matter. And if you're invested in the collaboration, you want the best idea to win. You don't want your idea to win.
Right.
What makes it great is the personal.
Yeah.
With all of its imperfections, with all of its quirkiness, that's what makes it great. How you see the world, that's different from how everyone else sees the world. That's why you're an artist. That's your purpose in sharing your work with the world.
And that seems to be the case with everything. With literature, it's definitely the case with stand-up comedy.
Everything.
We experience that in stand-up comedy where there's these kind of derivative.
That's enough, because we can't watch too much Joe Rogan without getting flagged. But I like what Rick Rubin said about everybody, it being personal. And I try to, like I just said, it's on one player. It really is about you. And so since it's about you, it's about me, and I can't be selfish in that. But, that's a lot easier said than done. All right, so how do you bounce back from the holidays? Let's see. Let's just type in after the holidays. What to do after the holidays. All right, for y'all who still got a tree.
Whether you have a real or artificial tree this holiday season, when the holidays are over, make sure that you store or dispose of your tree in the most environmentally friendly way possible. Real trees, which absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, are biodegradable, so they can be returned to nature when you're done with them. Here are some examples of things that you can do with your tree. Chop it up into small pieces to be used as mulch. Add it to your backyard composting pile. Leave it in your backyard for wildlife to enjoy. If you don't have the outdoor space for that, in many communities, holiday trees can be collected by roadside collection services and turned into mulch to be used around the community. Maybe even to plant more trees. Artificial trees are made of PVC plastic, which is a harmful material for the environment and it can't be recycled. So, what should you do with your artificial tree? Well, pack it up and store it for next year. Use it for as many years as you can. It takes about 20 years to offset the carbon emissions produced from the making of the artificial tree. What are some things that you do in your life to have a more sustainable holiday season? Whether
Good
you have
job.
a real or artificial.
Hey,
I
like
do
this.
two things that I love, dancing and dogs.
Y'all
and I
get
made
back
them
on
into
track
a
after
successful
falling
weekend.
off y'all diet and workout plan
Hi.
real quick.
Next
can go to the
specs, and just try and keep a
Are there ways I can work out when my performance is at its peak? Yes. Are there ways I can work out and train when I'm injured? Yes. Are there ways I can work out when my performance is down? Yes. I can modify my workouts based on the context of what's going on and how I'm feeling, which always changes. Life is always changing. Nothing ever stays the same. Same thing with nutrition. I'll feed myself according to that as well. And so that's why it's so important to have a good relationship. People talk about balance all the time, right? You need to have balance. What the hell does balance mean?
Yeah.
You know, balance, in my opinion, what balance actually means is you're doing things for the right reasons. So if I'm working for the wrong reasons, let's say I'm working because I'm insecure about not having money, I'm not going to have any balance. That's the wrong reason. Now, what if I work to find a little bit of purpose in my life and in order to support my family so I can have better times with my family and provide for my family, then I'm probably going to have better balance with my work. Same thing with your workouts. Same thing with your nutrition. If you're working out and eating because you can't stand the way you look or you don't like yourself, you're not going to have any balance with those things. Now, if you train because you care about yourself, when you go to the gym or you're about to work out at home and you ask yourself, all right, how can I take care of myself right now? Like, that's going to direct you in the right direction. It's going to create some balance. I can pretty much guarantee that when I have this new baby that comes, my sleep is going to be off. I know I have 2 kids. I know what it's like to go through that. I know I'm not going to get good sleep. I know I'm not going to walk into my garage and think to myself, today I'm going to hit a PR on my deadlift. I'm going to go in the garage and be like, okay, I need to keep my body moving, keep it healthy so that I can maintain my sanity, so I can be there for my wife and for my infant and for my kids. So that's the approach I'm going to have when I exercise. That's how you develop that balance in your life. And what you'll end up finding is that swing isn't that big. You know, Adam used the numbers 9 and 15. I mean, that's kind of where I live in between those. Sometimes my body fat goes up a little higher. And why is it going up higher? Because of balance. There's other things in my life that are more important for my overall health than being at, 9% body fat. Sometimes it goes in the opposite direction. Sometimes life is working out a certain way to where I can really focus on getting super shredded and I get some value out of that. But you got to have that attitude if you plan on, being your best self or maintaining good health for the rest of your life. It has to be that way. Everything changes. At some point, if you're lucky, you get old. At some point, you're going to run into all kinds of different obstacles. And if you don't understand this, you will fail at some point. Some point, your life is going to get so different that you're going to say to yourself, screw it, I can't keep up this workout. Screw this diet. I can't do it. I'm too stressed out, or it doesn't work for me right now. My work is too hard. And that's when you have those wild pendulum swings. So balance is important, and always think of context. Your healthiest self involves a lot more than just how shredded and muscular and strong you are.
That was good. Hey, that wasn't too long either. Let's get another one.
This.
We might need to watch something like this.
If you want to drop this, start eating more of these. You might think this would take years to learn, but I'm going to teach it to you in 60 seconds. Watch this.
Visceral fat.
I heard from a client recently who said she didn't feel like celebrating the holidays
or decorating or doing anything else this year because it all reminded her of the way it was before. Sometimes the first holiday after a divorce can be worse than the divorce itself. I get that it's hard, and I think the simplest things, such as sending out holiday cards, can bring up all kinds of emotions as you flip through the years past and look at times when the family was together and you're reminded of what woulda, coulda, shoulda been. I remember that first holiday after my own divorce, and sending out cards was bad. But you know what was worse? Receiving cards.
Yeah.
All of those perfect families in their matching buffalo plaid shirts. It's like a gut punch, right? So now that we've got that out of the way, the question is, what are you going to do with those feelings? Are you going to let the heaviness of it all weigh you down and drive how you experience this holiday season? Or are you going to change the script? You have the power to do that. So while things might look different this year, and while your family might look different, and while even your Christmas card might look different, what's not different is your children's love of the holiday or excitement surrounding it.
Yeah.
So how about instead of trying to recreate the same exact thing that was before, what if you reset what this time of year means to you? What do I mean? I mean, what if you create new traditions? What if you decorate it in a different way? And I get it. It's not as simple as changing the color lights on the tree and that's going to fix everything, but it's a start. And maybe if you can get excited about creating the holiday experience that you want, you're going to start a new tradition or create a new memory. Then maybe you'll start to enjoy new things and it gets a little less hard. Then next year, maybe you're not looking back to what was, but rather you're looking forward to the new holiday that you started to create for yourself and your children this year. Remember, there isn't a way to quick fix your feelings after you've gone through a divorce. Time and patience and grace is the only way out, so one day it's a little less hard. And eventually the hard disappears, or it's so small that you now have room for the new and the exciting. Maybe happiness and even joy finds a place. But you have to keep moving forward, because if you continuously look back, you'll walk into a wall. So what can you do today to move towards your own version of happy even after? Don't forget to stop by my website at MsReneeBauer.com for free resources and for additional video and blog content.
I
was going to turn 26 and lose my mom's coverage, so I need to find my own plan.
All right, real quick thought. It's the holiday, it's Thanksgiving, it's the end of the year. Agents can easily make excuses about, hey, it's the holidays, it's Black Friday, go shopping, it's Christmas. People don't buy at the end of the year. People spend more money at the end of the year than any other time in the year. What I want to do, though, is I want to let you know that what you do and what you achieve and the outcome is solely based on you. I literally had 2 calls that just happened when I was in Jamaica. I was calling some leads. We're going to release some videos. You'll see that. But I had 2 calls that happened. So one of them said, hey, it's Thanksgiving. Can you just call me after Thanksgiving? I can, yes. Hey, however, I'm going to be out in your area on Tuesday. I might as well drop this off. It'll take 5 minutes. We can get it out of the way.
So hold on.
Hi, I'm back with another video. My name is Savannah, in case you never watched the video on my channel. And I rarely do tips and tricks videos, but now I feel it's really necessary because a lot of people are coming back from holidays. Travel depression is a real thing. I have definitely experienced it myself in a very dramatic way that when I returned from a holiday in 2012, I went back to work and I was literally crying every day in the office because I just didn't want to be there. I was happy with the work I was doing, but the holiday was just so amazing and the contrast was just too big. So I just wanted to give you my 4 tips on how to deal with travel depression. Let's start out with tip number 1, book another trip. Seriously, there's nothing better for battling travel depression than just booking another trip. You don't even have to book it. Just go on Skyscanner, check out all the destinations you would like to go, put something in your calendar if you don't want to book it immediately, but you really need something to look forward to in order to battle that feeling of travel depression. It is my best tip, and nothing works as good as this one. The second tip is get back into that routine. So when I'm on holiday or when I'm traveling, I have a very, very loose routine. So I don't do as much yoga as I do at home, or I go to bed very late. But when I get back home, I try to get back in my home routine as soon as possible. So at 9 p.m. in the evening, I give my phone to Stefan, my boyfriend, because Project Sleep is into action. I don't want to be looking on social media anymore, because something always happens and then you're so excited about that and you can't sleep anymore. So I give him my phone at 9 p.m.
Right.
I go shower, I brush my teeth, and when I'm in bed, I read a book for an hour or something, or until I feel tired, and I go to bed. Also, in the morning, I try to usually wake up at 6. Even if I'm very tired, I will wake up at 6, meditate, maybe do yoga afterwards, and then if I'm still tired, I will just go to bed. I learned the importance of routines when I had a burnout, and it was really the thing that helped me most to get better as soon as possible. And it also really helps for me when I get home to battle the travel depression. Just get back into that home routine, and then you can think about that instead of, I wish I was on a tropical island. The third tip would be to really get back into your life at home. So this is a little bit different than the routine thing, but like start cooking your own meals again, start wearing the clothes you can't wear on holidays. So for instance, on holidays I wear a lot of summer clothes, but in the Netherlands I can wear a lot of winter clothes because it's usually very cold, even in summers or whatever. And that will, you know, make you see or make you appreciate the things that you have at home more, so you don't feel so depressed about not being on that tropical island again. For me, it also really helped when I returned from India in December last year. So I traveled through India for 2 months, and I got home and I thought, oh, I'm gonna miss India so much. But I got home in the holiday season, so Christmas was around the corner, Sinterklaas was around the corner, there were lots of paper notes. If you have no idea what paper notes are, you are seriously missing out on life. If you're in Amsterdam during the holiday season in December, you have to get it. It's like small biscuits, and they taste freaking delicious. They're only available during that time before Sinterklaas, I think, and after that they're on sale. I'm getting distracted by paper notes, of course, food is involved. And anyways, what I'm trying to say is try to look at the things that you really, really appreciate at home instead of trying to focus why life on an island is so much better. Because you know, every place has its pros and cons, and so just don't focus on the cons when you get back home, focus on the pros. The fourth tip is to take those things you really, really like on your holiday and try to incorporate them as much as possible in your home life. Because for me, I read a lot more books when I'm on holiday, and I also, you know, I tend to move a lot more. So when I'm at home, I try to incorporate those really, really positive things that I experience on holiday in my home life. So I started reading more books, I started exercising again, and it really helps me, because those are the things that make your holiday really nice, apart from the sun, which we don't have in the Netherlands. But you know, I can't do anything about that, but I can do something about the things that are easy to incorporate in my daily life. The one thing I really don't do is try to look back too much. So, you know, cry over pictures of the holiday or look back at my vlogs too much, because that will only make you more depressed. And at that point, when you get home and you're already experiencing travel depression, you just want distraction and positive things, and not think about, you know, not trying to go back in time, because it's not possible. That's the thing, like, you can't do it. I hope this video was helpful if you're experiencing travel depression or just some after holiday depression.
I like
All right,
that.
real quick thought.
Oh,
it's
Lord,
the holiday,
the
it's
ball.
Thanksgiving, it's the end of the year. Agents can easily make excuses
Let
about...
me get one more just because I'm playing this game.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're going to be talking about how to get back on track after the holidays. You guys know this is the holiday season. You know, Thanksgiving already passed, but right now we just doing Christmas and New Year's, and these are holidays that are literally back to back, you know. So it can sometimes be hard to get back on track, but in this video I will tell you guys how to get back on track after the holidays. And yeah, you guys, if you're new to the channel, do not forget to hit the subscribe down below. It is free. Don't forget to turn the notification bell on so you can get notified every single time I upload a new video. And if you're a returning subscriber, you already know it is all love. Thank you so much for your love and support. I truly appreciate you. And yeah, you guys, let's get started. So I got my notes right here. Of course, I want to make sure I stay on track myself while filming this video, okay? Period. So the very first thing I would advise anybody to do to get back on track after the holidays is to take a detox tea or a weight loss tea. Make sure that the detox tea or weight loss tea that you take helps you with your appetite, okay? Make sure it suppresses your appetite, and also make sure it makes you go, of course, because you want all that to get out of your body, right? All those bad foods that you have been consuming throughout the holidays, you want to make sure it all comes out, right? Make sure you have a really good tea for that. Also, I have a tea down below in my description box, and also I'll pin it in the comment section down below so you guys can go purchase that tea. I'll also put the Instagram of the tea right here. You guys can go look at testimonies of people that drink the tea. I told you guys I lost 20 pounds in a month with no exercise at all, not even taking a walk, and that tea really truly helped me. So make sure you definitely check out the links of the tea and you purchase some so it can really help you flush out, okay? I can also send you guys a video of how I make that tea myself. It's on my channel, but it's unlisted. I can only send it to people. So if you purchase the tea, let me know. I'll show you how I take that tea, and it helps me lose weight the way I did, okay? All right, you guys, the second thing I want to advise you to do is drink a whole lot of water, okay? Once again, water will help you also with going to the bathroom, okay? You also pee a lot, and also sometimes drinking a little water also help you use the bathroom, you know? So that will also help you with that part, moving your bowel and making sure you pee, okay? Especially if you have your pee are yellow. We are grown, okay? We know yellow pee is not okay. So make sure you drink enough water to the point that your pee are clear enough, okay?
Yellow pee ain't good?
Of course, it's not going to be as clear as water, but it needs to be clear enough.
Damn, she fine.
So the next thing I want to tell you is count your calories. I cannot stress this enough. I use my Fitness Pal. It's on my phone. I can show y'all. I don't play when I say this. It helps me a lot. It's right here. Let's see my Fitness Pal. Yep, I use that to count my calories. It is very important to count your calories, especially if you're trying to get back on track after the holidays. Counting your calories will help you a whole lot. I cannot stress that enough. Count your calories, and if possible, make sure you intermittent fast, okay? But not a lot of people can do that, you know? But intermittent fasting is my little, you know, extra tip on the tip I'm giving you guys already. So if you can intermittent fast as well, chef kiss. All right, you guys, that's the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching.
Hey, girl. I'm subscribing to you.
Let me know down below if you try any of my tips to get back on track after the holidays.
See if she got some more.
And also check out the tea I told you guys about. It will definitely help you for a fact. I know for sure that you will not be disappointed. And if you already tried the tea, let me know down below how it was. You know, how much pound you have lost so far. If you're still drinking,
I wonder how long.
You know, how
3 years ago, and nobody liked this video.
Trust
how many people see
that tea is magic. Once again, the Instagram
only 22
right
people.
Here, you can definitely check it out. I personally lost 20 pounds, like I told you guys. The first month of me taking the tea, it really helped me a whole lot with zero exercise, like not even taking a walk. So definitely check out the tea down below. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below.
Hold on, let me see something. There is no way. How is it everybody be having a zillion subscribers nowadays?
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're gonna be talking about a belt.
My bad, I get into these modes where I gotta check people out in the midst of stuff. My game need to update anyway, so hold on. Dang, it's already 10 o'clock. Cool.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel.
So
for today's story time, we're gonna be talking about my worst nanny job experience, and I felt like I was.
All right, let's see her latest video. 7 days ago. Let's see a little travel.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are vlogging day 2 here in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. We are actually walking to go get something to eat. Okay. We're actually walking to go eat breakfast. It's actually closing soon. So, yeah. Let's go. So here is the breakfast. It's huge. This place is so nice.
The buffet.
Now I want to go travel.
There's so much stuff.
Make me want to go travel now. Get them out of here.
And the fruits, it's a lot. Over here to do omelets.
See where
This is what I got.
Flashing down balloons and there's a rainbow.
Hey. Hey. Hey.
Before the activities tomorrow, so yeah.
I ain't gonna lie though.
I'm going home.
I ain't gonna lie. Let me talk for a second. I ain't gonna lie. I seeing some of this, I get kind of nervous about traveling. Just thinking about it, only because there's so many different people that I don't know that's there. But that's something I gotta work on. That's like a personal thing. Anyway, now let's get some more good Monday stuff for us. How to deal with Mondays, and then we get some good fun facts in here. Before we get up out of here for the day, it'll last like 20 minutes, and then we'll be good to go. Psych to go, always got it.
Hi, I'm Dr. Tom Unger. I'm a psychiatrist at St. Michael's Hospital in Toronto. I've been helping people with their mental health for a long time now, and I've got a mental health minute for you. If you don't like Mondays, you're not alone. It's pretty common for people to feel a little down or sad on Mondays. I mean, who wouldn't want a longer weekend or more free time for themselves? Sometimes it starts with feeling worried or anxious on Sunday nights at the thought of going back to school or work. Some people will worry about a specific class or project they're struggling with, while for others, maybe it's just an overall Monday dread. These feelings might start at different points on a Sunday or really kick in when it's time for bed. Lots of people have difficulty falling asleep because their mind is racing, thinking of a zillion different things going on in their life. There are a few different ways you might be able to beat the Monday blues. Try them out and see what works best for you. The first is having enjoyable things to do on Sunday, like a nice meal, an evening movie, or seeing friends and family. It's partly to distract yourself from the automatic thoughts about Monday that might pop into your head, but also to have something nice to finish the weekend. The second is about actually getting to sleep on Sunday night. When you have all sorts of things running through your head, it can be hard to relax and drift off to sleep. There's some simple changes you can make. One that's a good idea for any night of the week is to avoid looking at screens right before bed. It's pretty hard for your brain to go straight from scrolling through pictures or sending emails to sleep mode.
Not for me.
Instead, aim for about half an hour of something relaxing. Maybe try a guided meditation or muscle relaxation program. There are all sorts of these available on YouTube. Some include calm music or nature sounds to help. Try some different ones and see what you like best. If you find yourself lying in bed and can't stop thinking about all the things you need to do that week, try writing down the big ones on a piece of paper. It can help to just put a name on some of the worries and literally get them out of your head. The list will be there for you in the morning, so you don't have to worry about remembering everything. The third thing you can do is planning something positive to start your week, like scheduling to meet a friend or colleague regularly on Monday mornings for a short walk or coffee before heading off to school or work. This gives you something to look forward to, as well as starting the day with a good experience. Socializing is great for our mental health in many different ways, so spending time with friends and family is almost always a good idea. By Tuesday, most people are feeling better again, back in the groove of their regular routine. Like we said, these Monday blues are really common for a lot of people. It's worth noting that for some, the Monday blues might be part of something else. If these feelings last for a week or two, like if you're pretty consistently feeling a little sad or cranky, having problems sleeping, lacking energy, or not interested or motivated to do the things you normally enjoy, these are all signs you might be experiencing more than just the Monday blues. They could actually be part of a medical mood disorder called clinical depression. Now, clinical depression isn't black and white. People can experience all sorts of variations. The good news is there's help available. You could take the first step by talking to the people that care about you. This can be your friends, family, teachers, or even your family doctor or other healthcare provider. If you're not comfortable talking to someone you know, try reaching out to Kids Help Phone or another help agency as a place to start. So we all have experiences like the Monday blues. These are just part of life. Hopefully, these ideas can help you deal with it and also understand the kinds of experiences that mean you should talk to someone about it. Hope you enjoyed this. I'm Dr. Tom Unger with your Mental Health Minute.
That's my guy, Dr. Tom. Let me get this rebound, y'all. I ain't no rebound. All right. How to deal with laziness.
Here's how you deal with laziness, right? When it's something you know you need to do and it's something that's important, in the moment that it hits you, you cannot allow yourself to think about it. You must take an action towards accomplishing that goal at the very moment that it happens. I am right now trying to change some things in my life where I have a thought about something that I don't like to do. When I have that thought, I immediately go do it, because that will train myself that I can't put it off and get the payoff of putting it off any longer. And I only have one thing that I'm working on right now. So don't spread yourself too thin. You can't say, I'm gonna do everything that I'm gonna do. No, you gotta pick one thing. You need to take a moment at that exact time when that thought hits your mind to do something about it. Take an action, okay? You will begin to orient yourself towards an action mindset. But it's the same thing about work-life balance. You know, when you're here at work, you're thinking about your kids. When you're home with your kids, you're thinking about work. And you're just stressed out all the time. You gotta focus on the one thing that you wanna accomplish. So what I recommend this year, again for you, if you wanna make a change in your life, is pick the one thing that you wanna be action-oriented about and take an action as soon as it hits your mind.
That's my guy. Ooh.
I don't listen to people that I can't learn from. So I don't listen to interviews of artists that don't have no value in what they say. I don't listen to music from people that I can't get no game from.
Are you the smartest one in your team?
Definitely not. I might be the dumbest one. Name of the brand obviously is the marathon. It just stands for endurance. It stands for staying down. It stands for like not quitting, accepting the ups and downs of whatever game you commit yourself to and riding it out, because that's the reality of success or greatness, that it come with a roller coaster ride. I think that anybody could apply the marathon concept to what they do, if it's sports, if it's fashion, if it's music, if it's hustling, whatever. You on a marathon, you know, so.
You're gonna lay in the bed you make. You're not gonna get away with nothing in terms of the energy. You know what I mean? You might beat the camera or the police. They might not catch you for what you're doing, but the energy is always gonna return to you. So when you just living in this cycle of being negative all day and just putting out negativity and that's the only energy you putting out, it's gonna return to you in a different form than you put it out in. So I would just say, you know, master your energy. Do your best to master your energy and what you put out, you know, and unless that's what you want. You know, because you entitled to whatever you want to create, whatever experience you want to create for yourself. But if you're tired of that shit, adjust the energy. You know what I mean? As best you can. Adjust what you wake up thinking and what you say. And then, lastly, what you do. And that's not an easy thing to do, because it's such a pressure in these areas to just go by the way things are. But, you know, it's a lot of examples that you could look up to as young kids in the streets. You could look up to Kendrick Lamar. Not the words, forget what he's saying, just where he came from. I seen him, you could YouTube him freestyling in the Nicholson Garden Projects. You could look up to a Nip Hustle. You know, you could look up to a YG, you know what I mean? To a Top Dog, you know what I mean? To any one of these guys that came from this hopelessness. And you know, wiggle their way through it. You know what I mean? And you can reverse engineer what they did. You know, look at the steps, what happened.
The most important thing, number one, is you gotta get rid of doubt. If you got doubt in what you're doing, it's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? And the way to do that is you have a plan. Because if you got a plan, it's not like just a pipe dream. You have a step-by-step list of things to do to get to your goal. If you don't have that, it's very hard to really have faith in what you're doing. Because as soon as something pop up, it's gonna look like the end all. But if you got a game plan of everything you need to do, you know, one thing pop up, well, I still gotta do this, and that, so this ain't gonna stop me. You know what I'm saying? Another thing pop up, well, shit, I accomplished this 2 things. Since my last obstacle, I only got 3 more things to do. Let me keep pushing, fuck it. Pretty soon you attained your goal, and then you create another one. But without a game plan and without a strong sense of faith in what you're doing, it's gonna be real hard to accomplish anything. And I know, you know, it's a lot of obstacles out here. Family, baby mamas, the legal system, trouble with the law, you know, your homeboys being involved in a crab in the bucket syndrome.
Right.
Where, you know what I mean, you making moves and starting to make your way out. And people start trying to attach themselves to you and really become weight, you know what I'm saying, extra weight. And sometimes it's like kamikaze, they blow themselves up trying to stop you. So, you know, you gotta have faith in what you're doing and not take no for an answer. You'll get it. It'll be a long run, but you'll get it for sure.
Yeah, you can learn from my mistakes, but you might have to make them. You know what I mean? I would just say, if you take the quality from me, if you was to take any quality from me, take the quality of persistence and staying down. You know what I mean? And being able to take it on the chin and take a blow. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's important. You know, to not stay on the ground if you get knocked down and, you know what I mean, be able to roll with the punches.
I've never been one of the people that could be comfortable being careless. Some people, I notice the quality that they don't have that, they just don't have the I guess the pressure on themselves. You know, they just have a little bit of a comfort that I don't have. I don't feel comfortable unless I know I went above and beyond with my preparation. The things that possibly could happen, if I ain't take real steps to prevent those things, I'm not comfortable. I can't walk around, you know, charismatic and happy. Nah, I gotta make sure, you know, we setting up some type of wealth, because we might have a little bag right now, but we know a lot of people had a bag right now, and they ended up bad. We got a core business, which is, for me, music, but then it's about building an enterprise around it. And I think, you know, that's what we see Jay-Z has done. That's what we see Puff has done. The music don't become how you pay the bills. It's a lot of pressure off of it. You got other things bringing in income. You can make music solely as an artist.
Real, everybody got a different definition of what they in the game for. I couldn't get my way in trying to fit in. What I'm here to try to do, I couldn't do that trying to fit in. It wouldn't. What my goal, you can't get at what I'm trying to do that way. From my understanding of it, my experience with it, you gotta be authentic and you gotta define your shit. You gotta make a contribution.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't try to copy, ride waves. You gotta define your contribution.
For sure.
I learned when I was younger, like, you can't put your expectation of me on me. I'm me, you feel me? And you're not gonna ever make me feel bad for it. You're not gonna, you know, make me react to how you reacting to me. I don't care, I'm me. And if I part of who I am, you know, is disrespectful or is, you know, crossing the line of like basic things, I'm gonna check myself. But, you know, we all are individuals. So for you to think my balance or my ratio, I'm to this or to that, and I ain't got enough of this and enough of that, that's all love. Just keep it to yourself, bro. Don't blend in. You know, stay in your lane. There's no traffic in your lane. You know what I'm saying? Be honest and stay in your lane. Individuals. So for you to think my balance or my ratio, I'm to this or to that, and I ain't got enough of this and enough of that, that's all love. Just keep it to yourself, bro. Don't blend in. You know, stay in your lane. There's no traffic in your lane. You know what I'm saying? Be honest and stay in your lane.
The marathon is just about seeing long term, seeing a vision, understanding that nothing really worthwhile happens overnight, and just sticking to your script long enough to make something real happen. Laying a brick every day instead of trying to build a brick wall. Just lay a brick every day. Eventually you look up, you're gonna have a brick wall. I drop my daughter off every day. I drill her every day at school. When I take her to school, you know, we have a little combo we had before she got the car. She gets sick of running the script for me, but I pound it in her head. Like, you know, what is integrity? You know, integrity doing the right thing when nobody's looking, all right? You know, are you a leader or follower? I'm a leader. What's the difference? Think for myself, all right? Do you have confidence? Yes, what's confidence? Believe in myself. That's our script every morning. And regardless if she can really embrace those ideas right now, when she get older and do an evaluation of what the message that I wanted her to receive direct, she's not gonna forget that that's what my dad thought was really important. It was the integrity, the leadership, and the confidence.
There's no one answer to how you change the hood or change the reality of what goes on. But what you gotta think about is when you don't have resources, you in survival mode. You know, so being in survival mode automatically rules out a lot of things because you don't care about morality, because you don't experience morality. You experience, you know, the need to survive. You don't experience, you know, fairness. You don't experience planning for the future. You just experienced my ribs touching. You know what I mean? And it's better me than you. And, you know, it's a survival instinct that kick in. So I think once you get out of the survival mode, your morals come back closer to your daily decision making. You start thinking about what's right, what do I believe in. But until you get out of survival mode, you ain't got time to be worrying about right and wrong. You worrying about bottom line. You know what I mean? By any means necessary. So I think that economics is the answer. Empowering people economically is how you really, really impact. But I don't know if it's about dropping a bag of money in the hood. I think it's about impacting culture in a way that, you know, the mentality changes. I think, like, you get people out of survival mode, they start thinking different. I did. You know, when I figured out, you know, how to get myself out of the situation, my approach to life and people was different. I wasn't so angry. I didn't have my guard up. I wasn't so aggressive. I wasn't so, you know, expecting, if you ain't helping me, fuck you. That wasn't the mentality no more. And I can't blame nobody, you know what I mean, that's thinking about how they gonna pay their rent, or like going through not having food at the house, being young and having to go outside to hustle to feed themselves with school clothes. That's gonna change people. That's gonna make you feel away. And you can't fault them. You just gotta kind of empathize with the scenario and understand. You put a person in survival mode, they're gonna survive by any means.
You know, I was always a hustler. So when I talk to a young dude, I'm like, bro, my advice to you is gonna be money advice. Bro, get you some money, you're gonna feel different. All that other advice I could have gave you, this is the short version. You know, get you a couple dollars, man, you're gonna feel different. You know, I be juggling. You know what I'm saying? I juggle a lot. I play a lot of positions. You know what I mean? So, my mentality when I do start to be like, damn, this is a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, that's what it's supposed to feel like. If you are going toward what the vision look like, and that's like greatness. That's, you know, on multiple levels. That's the vision that I'm working toward. So I'm like, I just think about that. Like, this shit ain't supposed to feel, you know, comfortable. It's supposed to be uncomfortable. It's supposed to stretch you. It's supposed to be a burden to a degree. And you gotta, you know, wrap your mind around that and accept it and embrace it. And you catch some wisdom off of that. You know?
Words is powerful, you know? And I think that the ability to articulate, you know, you can really impact people.
Right.
I think as human beings, everybody has a natural gift and a natural passion, but then you go outside and you get influenced and you feel pressure from what's going on outside. And so, you know, I read one time, like, would you rather be at war with yourself and at peace with the world, or at peace with yourself and at war with the world? And that was powerful for me.
Let's see what Kanye talking about.
Stop strategizing so much.
Hey,
Stop
what's good,
setting
Snooki? Good to have you in here.
Plays. Stop doing things only
Hope you're
based
getting some good wisdom
in
and
fear.
advice and encouragement in here.
You learn a lot from things that could be considered a mess up or a screw up. They say from a mistake. Not an L, it's a lesson.
Like, the universe will assist you when you are acting in love. I tweeted this thing where I said, when you're acting in love, you're like a drop of water and you have the ocean as your army. When you act in fear, it's just you and your money. Now, you could take your money and put it in Bitcoin, put a credit form, put it in cash, or all your cash, and then stand up to the ocean, and who's gonna win?
Right.
Take all your extra time out and put it towards your craft. You know, you can't just go to the movies and play basketball and do all these different things and still focus on that. If you're trying to break through, you gotta focus, like, that's all you do.
Because anybody that's out there doing, they know how hard it is to actually do. And I'm like a motivation of the doers.
Like, you can actually physically do something yourself too, more than just pray.
Right.
And we're so in this mentality that's all that needs to happen, but we ain't praying our way out of prison. We ain't praying our way out of the abortion clinics. We ain't praying our way to get our land back that was always ours after gentrification, after the Harlem Renaissance and Black Wall Street was burned to the ground. Them prayers ain't working. We have to
apply actual
I
physical
am sure I will
building
take something from this. I'm gonna pull you up on my
partnerships.
laptop.
And it
Yes,
don't
ma'am.
start unless we could really be real with each other and say, this is what I did, this is what I did. But if everything I did
We're getting down to our last 30
failed,
minutes now.
just the fact that I'm willing to fail is an inspiration. People are so scared to lose that they don't even try. And anyone that wants to sit around and talk, they're taking too much time talking about it instead of getting up off there and following their dreams, because I'm here to follow my dreams. Like, everybody gonna die eventually, but I'm gonna live my entire life with zero fear. Fear of a contract, fear of perception, fear of getting my black card denied, fear. I'm not gonna jump in front of a train.
Right.
Be conscious.
Right.
You know, ain't nobody finna tell me shit, call me shit, tell nobody around me shit, play with nobody around me. None of that. It's straight from Pink Polo. I got a chip on my shoulder.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
a lawyer from Carlito's Way. You know, I'm fried at this point. Every label, every contract, any type of phone calls, we #1.
I always felt like I could do anything. That's the main thing people are controlled by. Thoughts, their perception of themselves. They're slowed down by their perception of themselves. If you're taught you can't do anything, you won't do anything. I was taught I could do everything.
Yes, sir.
And I'm Kanye West at age
What you
36.
doing afterwards? I just got.
So just watch the next 10 years.
Oh, I'm
I feel like a slave. We are mentally
just
enslaved.
handling
we
some
enslaved
business.
to brands.
What's up?
We
What you got in
enslaved
mind,
to like
girl?
the Benz symbol. We enslaved to chains. A woman is enslaved to the concept of diamonds. Our girl's best friend. Like girls in London don't even wear engagement ring. That's all been programmed to us. When we born artists. We born free, and then we held down by society's perception of us. We just don't want to be embarrassed. And I took the opportunity to look as stupid as possible. I'm saying when I was in Chicago and watched The Throne, I was gonna change my outfit to some normal leather pants and stuff, and they tailored it. One was too tight, then the next one ripped on me, and I felt like God was like, nah man, you can't be scared in Chicago because there's a bunch of gangsters and that's where you grew up. I want you to wear that kilt in Chicago. I want you to release that fear. I want you to show as an artist that you could create to the highest level.
Go listen to all my music. It's the codes of self-esteem.
Yes, sir.
It's the codes of
It
who
is.
you are.
It is.
If you're a Kanye West fan, you're not a fan of me, you're a fan of yourself.
I heard this before.
You will believe in yourself. I'm just the espresso. I'm just a shot in the morning to get you going, to make you believe that you can overcome that situation that you're dealing with all the time. I express to people also. People think a lot of my motivation is very like megalomaniac and self-oriented. To the contrary, completely. I just want to help. From day one, I just wanted to help. Like my father was a Black Panther. My father was a journalist. Like 7 years ago, he lived in a homeless shelter. Not because he was homeless, because he wanted to help the ex-drug addicts. He wanted to get that close. He started a foundation called Good Water and moved to the Dominican Republic to help with the prostitution, to help with the extortion, to help right there. He stays in the Dominican Republic right now. My mom was the first Black female chair of the English department. There is no award show, there's no amount of billboards, there's nothing that can define me or make me past what my parents made me. And that's exactly who I am. I believe we're in the movie. I believe we're in the game. We're in like Grand Theft Auto. It's just too many things that align.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some business
and
stuff for.
We're not. We can terraform. What we can do is be like, if your Grand Theft Auto character
going.
just started redesigning the world.
I need to get my Discord going. I need to get. I want to look into Patreon. I gotta start making a Facebook page. Just a bunch of stuff for DGTA. So yeah, and then hopefully I'll be able to get back on and run some more 2K later too. Well, before this evening, but I'll be back on this evening too as well. So it just won't be this show. Just be me playing
himself,
the game.
like painting his own world. We have this opportunity to make life as fun as these second lives. But I wanted to take this step to say, we got this new thing called classism. It's racism's
I hope you're feeling better.
This is what we do to hold people back.
Hope
This
the
is
doctor
what
was
we
able
do.
to give you
And we
some
got
relief.
this other thing that's also been working for a long time where you don't have to be racist anymore. It's called self-hate. it works on itself. It's like real estate of racism. Where just like that, when someone comes up and says something like, I am a god, everybody says, who does he think he is? I just told you who I thought I was, a god. I just told you, that's who I think I am. Would it have been better if I had a song that said, I am a nigga?
Right.
Or if I had a song that said, I'm a gangster. Or if I had a song that said, I am a pimp. All those colors and patinas fit better on a person like me, right? But to say you are a god, especially when you got shipped over to the country that you're in and your last name is a slave owner's. How could you say that? How could you have that mentality?
I'm working on more kids, but with them 4 kids right there, it's like the first 2 got to see and know they daddy. They got to know a black person that wasn't only an employee. That dynamic is so, the effect that it has on the meta stage of stage of a child's life between 5 and 12, to only see your color as an employee and never see your color, because you're taught the color in the school. They wouldn't even be knowing it was about a color unless that was taught to you. So I will say color because it's taught. This is red, is this, everybody. The effect that it has to not see a person of your color be able to make a final decision will make you feel that you're never able to make a final decision.
Our family is just the key to the world, period. From our immediate family to our friends and family, our co-workers and family, our city and family, our state and family, our country and family, our world. That if we, just like everywhere you go, people say hola, hello, ni hao ma.
Right.
It's our culture to say hi. See, our culture, the culture of humanity, needs to be family. A culture of family, but the design of our cities, the design of our schools, there's a lot of things designed for us to that are designed to not promote family. They're designed to create separation.
Right.
And in that separation, there's capital opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
There's someone's lonely, has to go to the bar. Someone misses their friends, has to go to the club. People say, I feel closer to God when I'm at the top of a mountain. I feel closer to God when I'm on my knees talking to my children. The lower we get, the closer we get to God. We are earthbound creatures. We gravity bound. The fastest jet goes Mach 3. The fastest sled goes Mach 6. But if you look at how politics, general unhappiness, misery, control, the speed that contractors go, the farmers that wouldn't finish the farm, the way we are with each other, it's why people feel like, look, everyone's gonna go into like this Ready Player One, second life. And I believe that our first life can be just as imaginative, and it will be. So that's and I have a bunch of friends that work in the gaming industry, and I have friends that work in the content industry, and I'm saying I'm anchoring on real life.
That's
to make real life as awesome as games, to make real life as awesome as movies.
We end World War III. Instagram is World War III. It's digital. We exist in the mental and the meta. We have a famous one. Instagram got your bit. You know what I'm saying? We already existing in World War III. It's a digital meta mind war of perception, cancellation, this many numbers. Oh, it's a rap. They touring ain't doing good. Let's turn down they touring. Let's turn this down. Oh, we like this artist, now we can turn this down. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right, and this one we can turn up.
And everybody's like, well, I want you to be smile in your photo. Nigga, we are in war right now. 50% of black deaths is abortion. We kill ourselves. That's psychological warfare. We don't buy no land. We doped out, we fried out. Everything that we promote is about the destruction of what we're doing. We are at war. The fucking trainer told me that. Harley.
Why he told me that? Because he thought I was a monkey. He thought, because he an MK Ultra educated person, and I'm a college dropout that dedicated my life to art and music. But there's some kind of gut, sight beyond sight. There's leaders, chiefs, kings. Why do you think so many rappers be called kings? They call kings because they are truly that, but our kingdom has been sold by contracts.
You know, if you look at an interview from me from 10 years ago, everybody says, I love that interview. People didn't love it back then, though, because I was speaking to the future. I'm 10 years ahead mentally, and I'm trapped in today's time. And every now and then I crack you a smile for 2013, but I'm cracking you a frown for 2023.
Right.
And I'm focused on what it's going to be. Just mark my words. As I'm Kanye West, you've seen my execution. Did I not become the biggest rock star on the planet? Did I not influence all musicians? Did I not go and get the exact girl that I wanted? Did I not start my family? Did I not ruffle the feathers of two presidents? Did I not get a chance to work with my idol? Did I not make Louis Vuittons? Did people not line up at the Yeezy store? Did I not make the college dropout, late registration, graduation, 808s, Blueprint 1, Blueprint 3, Watch the Throne, Cruel Summer, and Yeezus? But here's a new genre. It's called making your own money genre. This music is called, like, take that middleman out, because they ain't giving us money, they giving us acknowledgement.
Right.
I don't want your acknowledgement. And I went so far past any level of acknowledgement. You know, I was banished, I was exiled, I was canceled multiple times. So what, I done had like my kids that show up to Sunday service right in front of everybody, and you know what I mean? Like, I'm crying to see my daughter, and all of the usual suspects, the handlers, Dave Chappelle, Meek Mills, Diddy, all these people aren't in position. Now, for us as celebrities, they got to call him, put a leash on him. What we gonna do with Ye? Oh, he delusional, that's the best. Dave, give him a call. Diddy, give him a call. Tell him we ain't like the t-shirt. Tell him, like, right now the agenda is, this is the voting agenda for the celebrities, for the black.
What's
Make
good,
exactly
Nami?
what LeBron would do.
Good to
Make him
have
do
you in
exactly
here.
what Drake would do. And y'all know my stance on this. I want to say something about the number one. What's so good is the fuck you of it. And for everybody that's working at a normal ass job, like a fast food restaurant, or somebody girlfriend that left them for some nigga with more money, or whatever the fuck it is, all nigga want to do is just like pull up in that, so they can pull up right in front of this bitch, and they're like, fuck you. Now I just pulled up on everybody from last year cancellation, like, you come on, fuck you. To hit this number one is such a fuck you, and people need to understand how valuable it is to be able to tell people you.
Yeah. Hey, so hold on. I'm gonna watch just a little bit more of this, only cause I want to. But I gotta talk for a couple seconds on this. And I'm gonna run me some one-on-ones just to make it easier. So, who is gonna keep you in line? Let's talk about this just for a second. Who gonna keep you in line? Who got you in check? Now, you know, we go do some dumb shit right now. Cops can pull up on us and get us in check real fast, right? That's number one. And it's not like they gonna get you in check, like they gonna run up on you, be like, hey, you know you out of line. Nah, they just gonna pull up. You feel what I'm saying? And then, you know, if you're doing the wrong thing, you know, you gotta kinda get in line. But what if they ain't there? Who gonna check you? Who gonna stop you? Who gonna, just like Nipsey said, you know, what's integrity? Well, that's doing the right thing when ain't nobody looking. Who's gonna check you? So, with that thought right there, outside of the cop example I gave you, or, you know, doing the wrong thing and then somebody checking you, you have to get your priorities, your life, yourself in order, because we're not gonna spontaneously jump out of ourselves and become other people. And I pitch this to my people all the time. I tell this to my friends, I tell this to my family, I tell this to my kids. Be yourself. Breathe easy, because there is no one for you to be other than you. And nobody on this planet and in this world can be you. It's a power in that. It's all the power you need. I ain't gonna talk too much more on that. I just needed to say that piece of it right there, because I'm all the way with him right there. I'm gonna try to teach you to be you. You have to start by teaching you to be you. It's so much power there. All right, let ride.
Trust your gut. Trust your instincts, because that instinct is who God made you to be. Not, what lines up with your frat brothers, or what lines up with what your dad wanted, or what lines up with your classmates, or, it's just God has something inside of you. And when you walk down the street, you're thinking about it, and then you just see it in the window. And you go down another street and you see the same thing, or you're thinking about a number and that number pops up, or you see it on a license plate. And that's just, something is trying to say, be the maximum yay, be the maximum you. And God won't give you anything that you can't handle. So for me, everything is a yes. I think they say be like water. I know Bruce Lee said that. Or matter of fact, just be.
Just be, right?
Because we are beings with engineering opportunities. My first fashion show in Paris, Christine Santanera, that went on to be Virgil's main stylist at Louis, she's working with us at Gap, right? So when the Balenciaga, I told her, remember the night before the first fashion show in Paris back in 2011? And the stuff, it was barely coming together. And she started crying and said, they all gonna laugh at you. And I gave her a hug and said, but we still gonna do it. That laughing, that's a holographic wall of shame that you just gotta go through.
Right.
But to just get into that mentality of maximum confidence, me and Justin be on that maximum confidence. Me and Future be on that maximum confidence. This video game is 2 buttons you can hit, love or fear.
Yes, sir.
And we about that love, not being in fear. And sometimes I go real radical with it. Okay, just come and get me. Because I'd rather that than to live in fear. Because if you're living in fear, you're the walking dead anyway. You're a zombie. It's for me to have this platform and express exactly what I feel, because it's kids out there, right, that it's kids that are going to save the world through engineering and through facts.
Thank you, Kanye.
And
oh my God.
I've got to download as much of the information, and it's kids that are going to save the world through engineering and through facts.
That hit my soul.
And I've got to download as much of the information and as much of the don't be afraid to state your facts is the biggest thing, because the world is being ran by fear. And that is, no, actually God runs the world, but there's just little cloud, this patina of our ego that deals with the money and the car and the girl we're dating and all this in the clothes you wear and spending too much on clothes and a lot of stuff that I've been involved with promoting. So now what I'm promoting is you have the idea, you say it out loud, like if you had Tourette's. Say your truth out loud. If you hate you hate me, say that out loud. Say whatever you feel out loud. You say it non-violently, non-violent. I have to say that as a shout out to Alex Jones and Trump, where they try to say that when they say their truths out loud that it's inciting violence. So let's be really clear. I'm saying that they have criminalized free thought. People use they gets the blame for everything, right? What schools are doing is exactly what the CIA does with Pixar films and Disney films. They make Bambi's mom die in the beginning, right? And off that pain comes a purchase of ice cream. Off that pain comes, I need some more toys. Off that pain comes, I need a bigger house. Off that pain comes, I need more girls than my wife. Off that pain comes, so they put that pain in to make us, now we're the orphans of capitalism, to make us be consumers. And we need to be a community, not just consumers. So I could have went another 7 minutes by being a person who presents himself in a way that says, well, I don't have to feel your pain because I also have pain too that's not being recognized. And in every interview, when I say, well, why did I get to the point of putting up the tweet? No one wants to understand why I got to that point, right?
You had pain.
Yeah, but let's say this. Undoubtedly, Jewish people have a lot of movies about that pain, and black people have a lot of movies about the pain of slavery, right? It's almost impossible to find a movie about Mansa Musa. When you go to the African History Museum in Washington, D.C., it doesn't start with the idea of Africans being kings. It starts with the idea of Africans being slaves. Ultimately, I am fighting a battle in the spiritual form. And anyone that believes in God and is looking at this interview would agree with that. And I just so happen to be a bright part of God's army. I'm fighting for us to live. The greatest gift is life itself. I am pro-life.
Sorry to put so much Kanye on y'all, but I really enjoyed
Jesus Christ is our Lord and Savior and died for our sins. First of all, knowledge, because knowledge is the most important resource to our species above water. Knowledge, it's itself, because then you can go get water. I mean, you can argue like if you're a baby, how do you get water? But the baby doesn't have it, you know. So someone with the knowledge then feeds the baby the water. But it's important that those with the knowledge teach the baby how to find the water themselves. And the business people that I've been dealing with have been keeping the baby sick by not sharing the information and the knowledge within inside of those contracts. My people are sick. If I load up Apple Music sharing the information and the knowledge within inside of those contracts, my people are sick. If I load up Apple Music right now and I play the top songs in the rap chart, I would tell you my people are sick. If I go to the restaurants in opportunity zones and we look at the calorie rating and the cholesterol, I will tell you that my people are sick. If we look at the obesity rate, if you go to just a restaurant somewhere in Middle America, Denny's or something, I went to Denny's the other day, you will see that my people are sick. And my people meaning all people, right? But black people are very influential to all people. So, right, if the media picks overweight black women and says this is body goals, then the media are influencing my people to stay sick. After 20 years that I had to call it out in one tweet, that now, even if I say, hey, okay, I was frustrated for these reasons, now it's not good enough. You've literally tried to make me re-apologize 10 times in this meeting, re-say this, re-say that, but it doesn't change the fact that my people are sick, and I'm the only person in my position that will say that my people are sick. Today, not 30 years ago, not 60 years, my people are sick today. 50% of my people's of deaths are abortion today. My people don't have the opportunities today. What I can say is the world is sick, and I have slight images of utopia, slight images of happiness, slight images as a visionary and a creator. And I know for a fact the way that business deals have been done for me are keeping the world sick.
What do you hope your legacy is?
To be forgotten.
Do you think you'll be forgotten?
Because the memory, there's ego in memory, in the memories. Who designed the sidewalk? Who designed the water fountain? Who designed the stop sign? Who designed the stoplight? These things are so ubiquitous that the person that designed them
no longer known.
Is forgotten. If it's a good idea, it's a God idea. And I don't know, VCs can own it. I think we need to have these healthy conversations. That's what it is, healthy conversations, healthy dialogues. That's the biggest thing. Like when I first wore the red hat,
the conversation is less healthy than it is today. The conversation about George Floyd, you know, it's like, did I send the tweet the right way? Is Candace Owens' documentary perfect? Is what Michael Moore, is that documentary is perfect? Is Century Self, is it fully accurate? You know, 2 to 3 hours of a transmit of information through a particular, usually one person's view. And anything you want to research, if you're interested in it, you gotta look at 10 versions of it, 20 versions of it. Vision that I have to a Steve Jobs level, to the point of putting that above my regular human existence, meaning having to go and take all the arrows, that I become a soldier of the vision. I just wish that.
So I'm gonna stop right there. So sorry to stay, like I said, sorry to stay on Kanye for so long, but I think that was important because I like Kanye, and the only reason I like Kanye is because people are needed, and we don't always get people. We don't always get people. We'll get a machine. We can get technology. We can get different thoughts, but we don't get people. And a person can be all of those things. They can work like a machine. They have thoughts, but most importantly, they have that compassion for other people. I could give you so many examples of it in nature, but there's no reason for me to give examples of it in nature because we all know what it means when we run into a person. A person is not going to be unfeeling. A person is going to be very feeling. A person is going to be able to see you if they can see you. A person is going to be able to talk to you if they can talk. And it's going to be that connection there. So I don't know what everybody doing when they ain't got no connection, or when they're exhibiting that there is no connection there. I don't know what everybody is looking for or thinking is going to happen, but it's going to be destructive. So with that being said, let's get some more positive quotes for Monday, and let's get up out of here, man. I ain't going to hold y'all for too much longer. All right, let's go. Let me save this video too. Oh, I did already. Cool. Let's see what we got. All right, we did them ones. Let's see if they talking on this.
If I allow my worry to consume me.
It's only a couple seconds. Let's do longest to shortest. All right, let's see what she got.
Motivational quotes about success. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts.
All right, y'all. We're going to get up out of here for the day. I'm glad
It
for
is better
everybody
to
who
fail
stopped
in
through.
originality
Please
than
keep
to
on coming
succeed in
through because this
imitation.
is
Herman
what we
Melville.
need to help us
The
grow
road to success
every
and the
single
road to
day.
fail-
You need to expand. So come tap in here with Expansion Pack. I ain't going to do too much extra, and I'm going to let y'all enjoy this video, and I'm going to get on up out of here for the day.
Failure are almost exactly the same. Colin R. Davis. Success usually comes to those who are too busy to be looking for it. Henry David Thoreau. Develop success from failures. Discouragement and failure are two of the surest stepping stones to success. Dale Carnegie. Nothing in the world can take the place of persistence. Talent will not. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful men with talent. Genius will not. Unrewarded genius is almost a proverb. Education will not. The world is full of educated derelicts. The slogan, "Press on," has solved and always will solve the problems of the human race. Calvin Coolidge. There are 3 ways to ultimate success. The first way is to be kind. The second way is to be kind. The third way is to be kind. Mr. Rogers. Success is peace of mind, which is a direct result of self-satisfaction in knowing you made the effort to become the best of which you are capable. John Wooden. I never dreamed about success. I worked for it. Estee Lauder. Success is getting what you want. Happiness is wanting what you get. W.P. Kinsella. Motivational quotes for personal life. The pessimist sees difficulty in every opportunity. The optimist sees opportunity in every difficulty. Winston Churchill. Don't let yesterday take up too much of today. Will Rogers. You learn more from failure than from success. Don't let it stop you. Failure builds character. Unknown. If you are working on something that you really care about, you don't have to be pushed.
Y'all keep listening to this.
Steve Jobs. Experience is a hard teacher because she gives the test first, the lesson afterward. Vernon Sanders Law. To know how much there is to know is the beginning of learning to live. Dorothy West. Goal setting is the secret to a compelling future. Tony Robbins. Motivational quotes for work. Concentrate all your thoughts upon the work in hand. The sun's rays do not burn until brought to a focus. Alexander Graham Bell. Either you run the day or the day runs you. Jim Rohn. I'm a great believer in luck, and I find the harder I work, the more I have of it. Thomas Jefferson. When we strive to become better than we are, everything around us becomes better too. Paulo Coelho. Opportunity is missed by most people because it is dressed in overalls and looks like work. Thomas Edison. Setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible. Tony Robbins. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. Don't settle. As with all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it. Steve Jobs.
I hope y'all been able to hear this whole time, because it really looked like it ain't playing nothing on my end. But hold on, let me see. I don't want to just have y'all in here listening to nothing. Hold on.
Motivational quotes for women. Women challenge the status quo.
Motivational quotes for women. Hold up, man. I hate when the programs start acting funny. At the very end, too.
Because we are never it. Cindy Gallup. We don't just sit around and wait for other people. We just make, and we do. Arlen Hamilton. Think like a queen. A queen is not afraid to fail.
All right, peace.
Failure is another stepping stone to greatness. Oprah Winfrey. The strongest actions for a woman is to love herself, be herself, and shine amongst those who never believed she could. Unknown. Whenever you see a successful woman, look out for 3 men who are going out of their way to try to block her. Yulia Tymoshenko. Some women choose to follow men, and some choose to follow their dreams. If you're wondering which way to go, remember that your career will never wake up and tell you that it doesn't love you anymore. Lady Gaga. The thing women have yet to learn is nobody gives you power. You just take it. Roseanne Barr. No woman wants to be in submission to a man who isn't in submission to God. T.D. Jakes. A witty woman is a treasure, a witty beauty is a power. George Meredith. When a woman becomes her own best friend, life is easier. Diane von Furstenberg. If you want something said, ask a man. If you want something done, ask a woman. Margaret Thatcher. We need women at all levels, including the top, to change the dynamic, reshape the conversation, to make sure women's voices are heard and heeded, not overlooked and ignored. Sheryl Sandberg. It took me quite a long time to develop a voice, and now that I have it, I am not going to be silent. Madeleine Albright. Women must learn to play the game as men do. Eleanor Roosevelt. I swear, by my life and my love of it, that I will never live for the sake of another man, nor ask another man to live for mine. Ayn Rand. Motivational quotes for men. He who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior. Confucius. Try not to become a man of success, but rather become a man of value. Albert Einstein. One man with courage makes a majority. Andrew Jackson. One secret of success in life is for a man to be ready for his opportunity when it comes. Benjamin Disraeli. A man who has committed a mistake and doesn't correct it is committing another mistake. Confucius Kongzi. The successful man will profit from his mistakes and try again in a different way. Dale Carnegie. A successful man is one who can lay a firm foundation with the bricks others have thrown at him. David Brinkley. He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. Epictetus. Motivational quotes for students. You've got to get up every morning with determination if you're going to go to bed with satisfaction. George Lorimer. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Nelson Mandela. The most difficult thing is the decision to act, the rest is merely tenacity. Amelia Earhart. You'll find that education is just about the only thing lying around loose in this world, and it's about the only thing a fellow can have as much of as he's willing to haul away. John Graham. Take the attitude of a student. Never be too big to ask questions, never know too much to learn something new. Augustine O.G. Mandino. Success quotes. It is remarkable how much long-term advantage people like us have gotten by trying to